I often dress by mood. Sometimes I'm in a blue mood, sometimes I'm in a red mood, and sometimes a multicolour mood. But what about my slime? I'm sure it has feelings too. Well, today I'm going to show you how to make your slime be able to change colours. What you'll need is 1 tablespoon of contact lens solution, and make sure there's boric acid in this, 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 heaped cup of shaving cream, 1/3 of a cup of white PVA glue, red food colouring, thermochromic pigment, and a bowl and something to mix with. So the first step is to mix all our wet ingredients together. So I'm going to start with my shaving cream. Make sure you get it all in there. Then add your white PVA glue and your contact lens solution. Lastly, add a little bit of red food colouring. And give it a big mix together to make sure all the ingredients are combined. Try and get it off the sides as much as you can. It's pretty sticky. Great, now that's all combined, it's time to add our dry ingredients. So add 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, sprinkle that around, followed by 1 tablespoon of thermochromic pigment. And mix it again. Now, as you can see, once it starts making one big blob in the centre, pick it up with your hands and mould it. So I like to stretch it out and fold it back on itself. That gets all the bubbles out and it stops it from being too sticky and more slimy. Okay, our secret ingredient is thermochromic pigment. Thermochromic basically means a changing of colour when it's cooled or heated. Well, I think my slime's ready. Let's test it out. Now, for a little fun experimentation time, I'm going to use a hairdryer and an ice cube and see what happens. It's changing! Wow, it has gone completely pink. I'm going to use my ice cube. Wow, science is seriously fun. So we've proven that the slime goes pink when heated up. But when we use the ice to cool it down, it turns purple again. It's magic!
I'm at the Australian Museum to check out some dinosaur fossils. All dinosaurs went extinct a really long time ago, a long time before humans even evolved. So how do we actually know that they existed, what they looked like, or what they ate? Well, everything that we know about dinosaurs, we know from their fossils. But fossils aren't actually the bones. The bones are buried, and then over time and under pressure, bones are replaced by solid matter that can be dug up and found. But they keep the shape of the bone, and that's what we dig up as fossils. Scientists can tell how long ago dinosaurs lived by testing what they were buried in, and the fossils can tell them a lot about what they ate, what their poos looked like, what their footprints looked like, whether they were covered in armour. This guy is my absolute favourite. He's my mini-me. Well, okay, his real name's Mini-My, and he was an Ankylosaurus, which means that he was the absolute tank of the dinosaur world. In ancient times, when people found dinosaur fossils, they actually thought they found the remains of giant graveyards or the remains of dragons. But scientists are making new discoveries all the time, finding things like fossilised skin, fossilised feathers, things that change everything we thought we knew about dinosaurs.
Welcome back, scaredy cats. Huh, cats. something I'm not afraid of. But sometimes learning about your fear and getting to know it... Oh my God, no. Sorry, I just got frightened by that. I know, why don't we talk about what other people are afraid of? Like the cutest things in the world, dogs.
Cynophobia is the name for fear of dogs. And it often develops after a traumatic experience or an unpleasant memory involving a dog.
But sometimes learning about your fear and getting to know it a bit better may minimise it or get rid of it totally.
Dogs are friendly, loving, and their behaviour is mostly predictable. They love to chew on sticks, they love to chew your favourite shoes and drool on your lap when you're trying to eat your din-dins.
But there are a few amazing things you may not know about your four-legged slobbery buddy. We're going to count down our top Fido facts. Fact number 1, butt sniffing is more than just hello. When you go to your park, your furbo wants to smell just about every dog's bottom, and it can get a little embarrassing.
Dogs have a special organ in their nose called the vomeronasal organ. This filters out scents other than those used to communicate. Pretty smart, huh?
And also gross. So basically, their bums are like a calling card or business card.
Fact number 2, dogs have dreams. Have you ever seen your dog sleeping and it looks like she's running? That could be because she's dreaming of running through the park chasing a ball.
Dogs have very similar sleep cycles to humans, including the parts where humans dream. Fact number 3, dogs can smile. If it ever looks like your pooch is grinning, it's probably because he is.
Animal experts think that dogs have learned to smile because they have seen us humans smile. Dogs like to please us, so they smile to make us happy. Aww. Fact number 4, dogs are smart, not just sweet. Dogs are smarter than we think. A lot of pet owners think that cats are smarter than dogs, but scientists have measured the amount of neurons.
Who are you calling a moron?
No, neurons, silly. Neurons are nerve cells that send messages.
So the more neurons in your brain, the smarter you are. That's correct.
Dogs have twice the number of neurons that cats have.
Yeah, take that, Moggy.
Dogs have 530 million neurons in their cerebral cortex. That's the big part of their brain, the most densely packed than any other carnivore. This could have something to do with their wolf ancestors that had to be pretty cunning to survive in the wild.
For comparison, humans have 16 billion, chimpanzees have 6 billion, and elephants have 5.6 billion. Wow. Okay. Fact number 5, worms love dogs. So this is pretty gross. Because of all the things that dogs love to sniff, lick, and eat, intestinal worms are very common. The worms hatch and attach to intestines, and they live off the food passing through.
Oh, gross! I'm trying to eat.
Ah, well, get this. The worms constantly produce eggs that come out in your dog's poo to continue their life cycle.
That's it, I'm done with lunch. The good news is you can prevent them and treat them with intestinal worm treatment. Fact number 6, dogs fart all the time. So this may not surprise you, but dogs' farts are the worst. Dogs eat all sorts of weird stuff, and they have a plant and meat-based diet just like us humans. So they actually fart more than cats that eat more meat. The gassiest dog breeds are the Labrador and Retriever. These guys burp all day and night. Lucky we love them. Fun fact, the animal that farts the most is the termite. This pint-sized insect chews wood and breaks wind more than any other animal on the planet. More than cows.
Paul, was that you? Dogs are such special, loyal, and awesome friends. We are so lucky to have them.
Drool and all.
Do I look like I'm strangling it? And elephants have 5 points. Their cerebral cortex. I feel like you're forcing this relationship.
Hey, Team Scare, are you hiding under your blankets yet? Sometimes I stare out at the ocean and my imagination goes off, thinking about all sorts of different things, like how many sharks are out there right now? And And if I got plonked in the middle of the ocean, could I swim all the way back? Fear of the ocean is called aquaphobia. It's a real thing.
Essentially, it's fear of what we can't see. It's similar to fear of the dark.
I know.
The fear is much greater to the actual danger. For example, many people fear sharks despite shark attacks being very rare.
The ocean is a beautiful place and there's no need to be scared of it, as long as you take the right precautions like swimming between the flags or wearing a life jacket.
Up next,
We get to meet the charming pig, a rescue dugong. I swear that's his name. So cute.
Australia has the largest population of dugongs, and I'm at Sea Life Sydney Aquarium at Dugong Island to see pig and wuru today. These guys eat up to 80 kilograms of lettuce a day, which makes them rather gassy. I'm here with Andrew, who knows everything there is to know about dugong. Andrew, I heard dugongs have another fun name called the sea cow. Why are they called a sea cow?
Well, they're a little bit like a cow in that they're just grazing on seagrass for hours and hours, same as you'd find a cow doing on the land.
So, in the wild, dugongs eat seagrass. Here they're eating lettuce?
That's right. We're actually going through about 1,000 kilos of lettuce a week. So for us to be able to collect the same amount of seagrass from a very safe and uncontaminated area, it's just really difficult for us to do. So they love cos lettuce.
So there are a few workers here every day just to feed the dugongs.
That's right. So dugongs don't have hands and they've got really unusual mouths. So we can't just give them a whole head of lettuce. We need to cut the lettuce into individual leaves like this. We wash it, we make sure it's nice and clean, and we have to thread it into these trays. All you need to do is thread the leaves in like this, make sure they're nice and clean, good enough for you to eat, and keep going for about 12 hours and you've got enough to feed.
It looks pretty delicious. Dugongs are not salad dodgers. What's next?
So actually one last little rinse of water, make sure the lettuce leaves are nice and clean. And now we're ready to feed.
Awesome, let's do it.
So you can see she's already got a tray down there at the moment, but she'll be really excited by a new tray. So we might just wait until she appears.
She's just here. All right, so drop it.
Yep, go for it.
Come on.
She's going down to feed that lovely lettuce.
Oh, that's delicious. Andrew, can you tell us about the dugongs that you have here at the aquarium?
Sure, so we have pig and wuru, a male and a female dugong. There are actually 2 of only 5 dugongs in human care throughout the whole world.
Wow.
And they both came to us as abandoned calves from northern Queensland. At that point, no one had ever successfully raised a dugong from such a young age, but we were successful with pig and wuru.
And they look happy and healthy and they're eating lots and lots of lettuce, so that's excellent. Are pig and wuru able to communicate to each other?
They are. They can actually see each other through different sides of the tank, but their eyesight is really poor. So what they tend to use is vocalising. They've got barks and whistles and squeaks, and they've got amazing hearing, so they can always hear what each other's talking about.
Do we know what they're saying?
How's your lettuce today? Was that you?
That wasn't me. Was that you?
Wasn't me. Must have been wuru. They fart a lot. They've got really unusual digestive systems, and what happens when they're digesting their food, they produce a lot of gas. So a lot of that stays inside and some of it comes out in little bubbles that float to the surface.
Another reason they're called the cow of the sea. Hooey!
Sure it wasn't you?
Thanks, Andrew, and thanks, Pig. And just remember, if you see bubbles coming up from the surface, then you should block your nose. Bye, guys.
people are afraid of different things.
Oh!
Some people are even afraid of technology.
I am such a good robot.
The abnormal fear of technology is called technophobia.
Can you guess what this is? Come on, why don't you play along at home?
My favourite thing in the whole wide world!
I think it's one of those, my dad has one of these.
I can't believe it. This is like from the 1970s or something. It's pretty old. You actually took the time and effort to get this
Can we open the case? Can we open the case?
Yes.
Open the case. It's a turntable.
That's a stereo player.
Record player.
I think it's a CD, and I think you put it in the music plays and use the volume.
A CD.
I don't think
a CD or disc player.
It's a disc player, yes. Music player.
CD player.
I know this. A big, it's a record player. Probably from the 80s or something. Ooh.
A record player.
Yeah, record. Who knew?
Okay, but how does it work?
It's pretty old.
Oh, okay.
So you can open it. Like this. I should know how to work this one. Well, you basically just put a disc on. Well, like there's a disc on right now. And it like turns around and there's like little buttons. Yeah, and this is the power. I think that thing remembers the music somehow.
I think you just get the record, put it on, and make sure the diamond bit is on the right kind of, what they're called,
Groove?
and then press the play button and it goes.
I don't think there's a play button. I thought you just like picked it up and then spun it and then put it down.
Well, like the scratches go up here, or the felt, and then goes up there. So it does something right frequencies. Yeah, the frequencies, whatever. And then somewhere the sound comes out.
I think you put this time like this thing spin and then this thing will make the music.
Oh, that one. Oh, wow.
How do you listen to music?
You basically just press a button and it plays.
Yeah, on your phone, like, oh yeah, music.
Well, we have phones, tablets.
Today, I usually listen to music on the computer.
We use, I don't know what it's called, mobile phones, computers, maybe iPods, tablets.
Normally on a computer or something like that.
Would you use this?
Probably not.
If I had a choice, no.
Because of its novelty and how old it is, yes.
And also, they still use things like this.
Maybe not this old one, but a modern one. I think I would use it.
For many years, this was the only way to listen to music in your house.
Oh God, I wish they had phones back then. I'd be very sad if I didn't.
Today, we store music electronically, but before we knew how to do it, it was stored physically in the grooves of a vinyl record. The turntable and the stylus or needle provide the kinetic energy to turn the music stored in the grooves back into sound waves or music. Some DJs still play vinyl, but here's Thomas playing on electric turntables. Cool, huh?